What is going on, utensils? It is I Am Spoon, and today I'm bringing you a Battlefield 3 commentary gameplay extravaganza. Yeah, it's not really an extravaganza, but it is a pretty good gameplay. I just... What? I didn't see that before. I just tried to revive a tank with a defib. What the what the fuck was I thinking when I did that? I didn't even pay attention to that until just now. I was looking for a gameplay. I was like, I really want to do a commentary, but I couldn't find any good gameplay, so I just kind of rummaged through my recorded games, and I found this one that I had with Project Rooster, I believe. That's what their channel is, and here you see him called the Roach. Really cool guy. But I'll link his channel down below. I did lots of games with him actually a while back, and I actually started recording this one late because I was like, you know what, I want to record some of our gameplay together because we're kicking ass. We're hauling ass through the galaxy and we're kicking shit out of people. I don't think that really makes sense, but anyway, I got a really good score here, and I felt like this would be a good enough gameplay to suffice. And I'm not gonna do the whole like, once again, I don't post gameplays that are good all the time, because I don't care if I do good or bad. That stupid commentator bullshit that people put out there. Doesn't matter if you post good or bad gameplays. You can post whatever you want. It's not about the gameplay, it's about the commentary, in my opinion. That's why you don't see commentaries from me as much, because I don't always have something to talk about. When I do, I make sure it's worth talking about, and I've got plenty to talk about. I'm not the most intelligent guy, so if it's a really hardcore subject, I can't say for sure that I'll have, all the facts straight, but usually it's like personal stuff, stuff on me, because my channel's about me. It's about my community. It's not about what I think on current events. What do I think on this celebrity? It's just a waste of breath, because I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I give my personal opinion on things that have been going on with me, things that I've thought of. You're gonna hear me moving around. I'm talking with my hands right now, even though you guys can't see me. I think I might start doing that. I might start actually doing the commentary with the where you guys can see the camera and stuff. I'm not gonna look at that text message. I'll look at that later. But yeah, so this is us being badass and kicking the shit out of the other team, pretty much, more or less. It wasn't just when I say us, it wasn't the team. It was more like Roach and I, and then maybe a few others helped, but we really did do a lot of work for the team. Like, the other team, the rest of our team was good and stuff, and they helped in a way, but that's the only problem I have with Battlefield 3 multiplayer with randos. So many people just don't even focus on the objective. They don't focus on helping out the team. I switched to the tank, and I tried to take out this tank because I knew it was causing some grief for my teammates, and I actually did take out the tank. I died in the process, which you'll see here in just a moment, but I don't care, because I said, you know what, as long as I can help out my team here by destroying this other tank, that's okay with me. And that's what I did. See, here we go. Boom, tank's dead, and then I die ASAP because I'm like, oh man, I'm about to die, and then all of a sudden I die. And I realize it's that same motherfucker with that M320 grenade launcher, which is fine. I use it all the time too, but he's not using it for any different than I use it for, so I'm not going to give him grief about it. But yeah, so I'm not here to talk about the gameplay as much as usual. I'm just kind of talking about the gameplay right now just because, I just like doing that. But yeah, what I'm here to talk about today is something that I heard somewhat recently, about a week or two ago, and it's been on my mind a lot lately. Just the thought of this, what I was told, what they said to me, and what this person said to me is just probably the two best words you'll ever hear in your life. Like, if you guys were to hear any other piece of advice from anyone in your life, and don't take this from me, because I've heard, plenty of people have probably said it before me, and you guys have probably heard it before. It's not my quote. It's not even, I don't think it's a real quote from any specific person. I just think it's advice. It's like a cliche piece of advice people can give you that I never really took advantage of until recently. It looked like I busted through the glass with it. The two words that I heard were never settle. And a lot of you are going to say, well, what does that mean when you say never settle? And what it means to me is never assume that that's the best you can do. You're not going to get any better. And this can go in any situation, whether it be relationships, whether it be real life decisions, whether it be with friends, whether it be with your schooling. Never settle for what you think you can get, because goddamn deserve exactly what you want. And I know that me saying goddamn isn't even necessary. Who cares? But before recently, I always settled because I was like, you know what, this is the best I'm gonna be able to do. I can't do much better. And that's what we did. And by we I mean me. And then I heard this person say this. I guess it doesn't matter who says it. I would give you the name of the person, but it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who told me this. And I'm not trying to bring up who told me it, because it doesn't matter about who told me. It matters that you guys hear it, and that's why I want to talk about the quote. But anyway, so they told me this, and I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. You know, my previous relationship stuff, I kind of just settled for half-assery. Nothing wrong with... It wasn't really something wrong with the relationship per se as much as it was just generalization of what I was looking for. And you know, what I was looking for in a person was, you know, not exactly what I expected to find. It's not what you would consider the normal, you know, and it doesn't matter what I look for in a person as far as relationship-wise. It doesn't matter to you guys. It's not, once again, part of the conversation we're having right now. But I had settled, and that was my problem. I said, you know what? I'm not going to be able to find, you know, I've been searching for a long time for somebody that fits these characteristics and this type of personality that meshes with mine. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to find anybody just like that. I'm going to find someone that butts heads in a certain way that, you know, I'm just going to have to deal with. And I settled for 50% or maybe 70% of what I was looking for. And doing so ultimately made me unhappy, wasted a little bit of my time. And once again, not any fault on who I was with. For any of you guys who want to just assume you know who I'm talking about, or maybe you do know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because it's not their fault. We didn't mesh together. And what I'm here for you guys to listen to me say is that, and yes, it's a big what example I'm giving is relationship, because you know that's the only example I can really give right now I can think about, and it's the only one I have time for. But the reason why I'm saying never settle is because if you're looking for someone with certain characteristics, don't settle for someone who has half of those characteristics, because you're going to make yourself miserable. It's not going to be what you're looking for. It's going to be a waste of time. And if you do settle with that 0.5%, then you're going to, you know, ultimately have that halfway relationship, but it's not going to be exactly what you want. And it's not even about relationships. Once again, this could be about anything. If you settle for the fact that, hey, you know, my parents want me to be a doctor or a lawyer, so I guess I've got to settle for that, and you want to be a music artist, or you want to be, you know, something else that maybe not be desirable with your family, you know, don't do what your family wants you to do. Do something for yourself. And ultimately, that's what happened to me. Well, my parents wanted me to go to college when I was 18, and I said, you know what, right out of school, I wasn't really ready for it, but it's what my parents wanted, so I just settled for that assumption, and I went. Worst experience of my life. I hated college. Here I am now saying I want to go to college. I'm not settling. I want to go, and I want to do this. I'm loving it. I'm more responsible now. And guess what? My grades last semester were all A's and B's. I went to classes for the first time today, which I don't know when you guys will hear this commentary, but whenever you do, I went for the first time. I loved it. I loved it. I loved going back to classes. It was nice. It was a warm feeling. And so that's another example. So it's not just about relationship. It can be about relationships, about schooling. It can be about any aspect of life. And now we're going to go on to another subject. Your friends. Back in the day, I would just settle for people that made me a little happy, even though I knew they were shitty people to run around with. I knew, you know, maybe in the back of my head I was saying, you know what, I think they're kind of using me. They're not really a good crowd to run around with. They're kind of rough. But I settled for that. I settled for that because they made me feel like I was important, and the reason why they were making me feel important is because they were using me for whatever means of transportation or money I had, and I knew that in the back of my head. But I said, you know what, not a big deal. You know, I'm not gonna do any better. These are the only friends that are gonna accept me for who I am. And that's not true. It's not true at all. There's plenty of other people that will accept you exactly for who you are, exactly for who you want to be. And even if you don't have friends that will accept you for that, I know plenty of people that deal with themselves, that are in their rooms, that do their own thing, that have nothing to do with the outside world. And guess what? They're completely content with that. They're happy. And that's because they're not settling for having some half-assed friends. They're very happy with what they are and who they are. And it's just, it's nice, you know? And I think that these two words can go to any aspect in life. And I don't know what it is about commentaries that always mean, you know, something important to me, but I feel like that my commentaries, when I make them, need to be exceptional. They can't be something that's like, oh, here I'm using the repair tool. Look at me using oh damn it, I died, and I was using the repair tool to try and help out my team, and I hear so many commentaries today about just the lousiest thing. And if I don't have a commentary, something good or meaningful to talk about, I don't want to talk about it. And you guys are just gonna see Let's Plays from me until I have a decent commentary. My channel's not about commentaries. My channel's about me. It's about you guys being involved with me, and that's ultimately what it's gonna be about. I'm not gonna change, and I don't see a reason to change. And I've been focusing on, you know, being worried about my upload time here, my processing time, publishing time. That still gets to me. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say it's not a big deal anymore. It's still a big deal. I still don't like it when the channel, you know, when YouTube just shits on my face. Not realistically, of course. There's nobody from YouTube coming down here saying, "Get on the fucking floor. I'm gonna poop on you." And I'm just like, no, YouTube guys, don't do it. They're like, no, it's not like that. I'm not saying literally, but I'm saying that in a way, that's what I feel like they're doing. And but I've been focusing on that too much, and I'm still gonna rage about it sometimes because it's still bullshit. But ultimately, I've been focusing on that, and it's not gonna stop. I'm still gonna bitch about it, but ultimately, even if I like say it, I'm not going to ever shut my channel down because I love it. I love my community. I love being able to talk to you guys about, yo, man, this is real talk. This is real talk right here. I love being able to do that. I love having, you know, realistic conversations with you guys about stuff that's happening with my life, stuff that's meaning things to me. And I know that you guys are going through the same shit I'm going through because everyone goes through life. It's not about, you know, it's not all about gaming. I love gaming. And I think that gaming is the best community out there. But at the same time, we you know, some gamers, they lose focus on things and just talk about the gameplay, and they don't have any kind of personality with their community. And I love having a personality. I love being a part of you guys. And I don't care if I gain a subscriber each week. I don't care if I lose 8 subscribers each week. I don't care because I love the community I have. I want you guys to be here because of me, and I want you guys to hang out on my channel. I want you guys to talk to me. I want to be a part of you guys' lives as much as you're a part of mine, because you really are. It's you know, it's a big thing. It's not just something I do because I have to do it. I do it because I like doing it. I stick around on here because I like doing it. And once again, it goes back to what I was talking about earlier. I didn't settle for being a game addict when someone told me, you know, you should make YouTube videos and be a part of a community. I said to myself, that's a great idea. I'm not gonna settle for being, you know, just a nerd that sits in my room all day. Not that that's a problem. You know, if you want to sit in your room all day, that's fine. But, you know, I wanted to be a part of the gaming community. I wanted to get involved. And you know, so at that time, I didn't really think of the words "never settle." But now I look back on it, and there's so many situations in my life that I've done extraordinary things for that I would hold myself accountable for, and that's because I look back on it now, and I think those 2 words. That's because I did not settle. I never settled. And so, guys, those are the words I want you to think about. Those are the words I want you to focus on. If in any aspect of your life, anything you do upcoming, later on, things you've already done, look back and say, you know what, here or there, whatever I'm going to do, I didn't settle. So, guys, thanks for watching. I'll spoon you later.